Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Underrated Men's Talk. It's only for men's only. Want y'all to come. Let me get this out the way first. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Doctors. You're truly the underrated one. Men's Talk tonight. Ronald Fakely, thanks for the compliment. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sheila, for showing this is men's talk. Only men's could get on the panel. Only men's could get on the panel. And put the link out. All I can say, let's keep it in conversation. All right, that's all I'm saying. Let's keep it in conversation. Um, let me paste that. Okay, cool. All right. This is Man's Talk. Welcome to the Underrated Men's Talk. Not gonna be here long. Wait to say. So, men said they want if I shut it, if I set it up 3 to 4 hours, set it up now. You can hear me. This is Man's Talk. Come to the panel. We had a fire conversation. I did my very first underrated commentary. It was fire. It was like about 2 hours. It was, at first I was gonna do solo, but our minds opened up and it was great. We talk about a lot of things. Then we're gonna accomplish a lot of things. And it is good. So at first I wasn't gonna do it. But mm, why not? One of the brothers requested. I said, well, yeah, I would do it. So we're gonna wait for some people to come in. All right. Um, let me get myself together here. Let me get myself together. We wait for some men to come to the chat. No, not come to the chat, but come to the panel. Talk about man stuff. Talk about man stuff, family. Yep. Get myself together. Yeah. So hold on, family. Hold on, family. Okay, I hear you, Ronald. I hear you. But mm, hold on, family. Hold on. But I used to have him. I know Ronald. He been on few of my man's talks, and it been pretty good. I haven't done it for a long time, and so I figured let me try. Let me get it cracking. Let me read this first before I continue. Come enjoy real conversation with the underrated one. Us as the righteous ones, individually, let's make a change within ourselves. and genuine being there for each other. We all we got. Yes, yes, yes. We all we got, fam. We all we got. But in the near future, we gonna talk about, there are black men, do they have kids on disability? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the continued injustices of a black man. Also, we're gonna get on other black men that is selling their masculinity out. This ain't gonna be all about no talk, gossiping. Nah, ain't gonna be no gossiping. We're gonna find some do some things. DC Purple, I haven't seen you in a while. Hold on, family. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. I haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's all right. Appreciate that. Also we're gonna talk about relationships. And also we're gonna have fun too. I want us to have fun too, because sometimes we just, five few brothers, they just want to be, ain't nothing wrong talking about politics, family, all that. But I want us to have fun too. And that's what I want. Grinding, okay. Yeah, I'm grinding too, so but that's what we gotta do. It's black man. We gotta make sure that we have value for ourselves. You know. So I'm putting it out there. As I said, it's been a minute that I have it. I put the link in there. So any brother that wants to get on, they can. We're gonna talk about sports too. We should never get tired of recreate anything for us as black men. Ain't no monkey stopping this show. So we waiting for some brothers to come through. Like I said, I'm not gonna be here long. You know, hold on, family. Y'all can hear me? Let press one, y'all can hear me. Also, we want to talk about our black men, our hobbies, what things we like to do. I don't want it to be, oh my, I'm this and that, and oops, let me hit to that. Yeah, thank you. Please hit the like button and share this out. So I'm putting so this is and also too we gonna talk about cooking too. Like y'all know I cook. So we gotta be disciplined to cook more healthier and also taste good too. You know, if we want conversations, black men, to happen, you got to participate in it. Got to reach out. You got to branch out. No. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, it was a very good live today. We talked about a lot, and also we gonna talk about on a man's talk too. Continuing women raping little boys. We gotta talk about that too. How black men getting forcibly locked up. How they overcome it. How we overcome that. And I know the Lakers is up two games to zip. It looked like it's gonna be a sweep. So it looks like Tuesday they're gonna do it. And now the Laker fan, trust me, I'm just talking to a sports critic. Think the Lakers gonna celebrate championship. LeBron be king and Anthony Davis and stuff like that. You know, my two of my football teams, the Jets and the Giants, they losing, and then you got Knicks ain't doing right. They shoot. You ask me, they need to change all that. You ask me, they need to bring somebody that looks like us and have ownership and get these teams going. Come on, man. Rep for New York. Rep for our culture. That's what I want to see. Seems like it's good old boys club. Still running things. Need to break up that monopoly. We like to talk about it as men. That's what I want to see. I tell you one thing. If I was worth like, I said like maybe like $300 million, I would have bought the Knicks, clean that out, and I think there's Cablevision is still part of Masquerade Garden. I get them out too. Then I put our people in. I would put Mark Jackson as a coach, Kenny Smith, head of basketball operations. Make sure, make sure hire Charles Oakley to come back, and make sure the old players of the Knicks, make sure they be represented full. So make sure they be part of the culture again. Make it as a family again. Then I make sure the tickets be reasonable so the people could come. And I'll put out any play. You come to New York, you're gonna play. This ain't no stomping ground. Gonna play to win. Yep. That's on. I be on them. I be on the plays. I be checking them out. All that. Oh, you back to the basics. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Get out of here with that. Nuh-uh, that'd be hard. Nuh-uh. Had scouts to check out different parks of New York. Playground. Used to play college or pros. Bring them for a tryout. I was making fun again. Make sure New York had credibility that it was before. Not no just somebody just a stop, get day off and go to another city. Nah. Then after that, I buy the Mets. I clean that up. Make sure I can, you could win in New York. Listen, we won in '69 and 86. We could have. The Mets. To tell the truth, the Mets could have been the team of the '80s. They could have. They could at least won about two more titles besides '86. They could have won like in 80, 87, 88, and I think 89 too. They could have been the team. They could have been. They could have been. They could have. They could have been the to the decade. They could have been. They could have been the '80 decade team. Clean that up too. Make sure to promote more black ball players. Get them nice contracts because the major leagues right now for years, for decades and decades, they be going down these Latin countries and get these ball players and pay them cheap and put them in the minor league system and work them up and pay them. But we the ones built Major League Baseball. You got Jackie, late great Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and others helped build Major Leagues. Take it to the next level. And we ain't got nothing to show for it. Change that too. See, you can make money. You can be in the community. It's a great city. Make sure they be part of the community too, especially our community, African descent. That's what I would have. I know some in the media don't even like that, but I don't care. I'm the owner. I would do whatever I can. All right, go Professor. How you doing? This is Man's Talk. I want you to come up here. This is Man's Talk. Let me paste that. There goes the link right there. This is Man's Talk. Let's talk. The link right there. No excuses. That's what I would do. I had that money. Then I'll make sure buy affordable housing. Make sure to study the law. Make sure first thing the black man that is um in the homeless shelters. Make sure they have houses. Make sure they have a nice house, a nice apartment. Make sure they have a good job to go to. Create things for them so it can be substantial. They have families to help sustain a family. That's what I would do. Welcome to my channel, the Underrated Doctors. Welcome to Underrated Men's Talk. Men's Talk. Let's talk. Come and join. Real conversation with the underrated one. Us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuinely be there for each other. We all we got. Oh, I got somebody up there right now. Oh, let's go, Professor. The one and only. Go, Professor.
Hey,
You
what's
breaking up, bro.
happening?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. How you feel, bro?
Um, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right, all right. I'm good. I'm peace, man. Yes, sir. I decided to stay at home and
Okay.
clean house, straighten
Oh,
up, and
okay.
you know take care of myself in a different way.
Nothing
Mhm.
wrong with that. That's man's talk. Man's talk. That's man's talk. That's right.
Yes, sir. hmm Yeah. What about you, sir? What about you?
Man, now I just do all I know that I got to get ready for my because I lost my younger brother. Next week makes a year. That's October 8th. I just got over my mom. Lost my mom's August 28th. That was it makes a year, and then this gonna makes a year. So I'm trying to to get 'em, push on for that. But now right now I'm okay. I'm just creating,
Yes,
just
sir.
trying to I just trying to create different conversations.
Right, right, right.
Oh, AB Media come back. This is Man's Talk. Let me before you say something, AB Media. Listen, you read the title. This is Man's Talk. Ladies, if you come up here, my shit ain't gonna be sweet. Cause I know y'all like to jump on man's panels and all that and want to get your point across. Read the title. This is Man's Talk. I'm putting it out there. You come up there, I ain't gonna be nice. Read the title. AB Media, welcome back.
What's going on? What's going on, Go Professor?
Hey, peace, AB man. What's happening? Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, just got back from the store with my
Yeah,
basket, but gotta take care of some business outside.
yeah, I
Yes, sir.
know, right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I'm glad you up here. Any man that has come through, you see the link. Don't ask me. Just come up here. All right, just come up here. Don't ask no doggone questions. All right, but I
Yeah.
want to put it out there. AB Media, do you live by yourself?
Right now, yes.
Okay. Go, Professor. You live with your family, right? You married and stuff, right?
No, sir. I live by myself.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
live by myself too. That's great because I want to create this conversation. And I want I'm thinking about doing this conversation of series of the men's talk because despite what's going on and by this continually slaughter of us as black men, how do you go about traveling by yourselves, get things done, but at the same time in your mind, you might be the next one to not to make it back. How you go about doing that? We're gonna start for AB Media first.
Say it again.
Okay, let me see this. You live by yourself. You know how the conditions is. You know how they after us.
Yeah.
So and I always say we got traveling groups, but brothers like us, we live by ourselves. We got to get things done. How do you go about going with your business, but having the back of your head that you hope that you put your key in the door to be safe?
Um, it's not easy. I'm still in the church, so I stay prayed up and
Mm-hmm.
keep a weapon on me.
Okay, that's all right. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
I've carried a knife for about 15 years now. When I
Mm-hmm.
go out, I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
I don't have a gun, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a gun, but I'm thinking about getting a slingshot.
Mm. Slingshot. Okay.
Yeah, BGS suggested it.
Okay. That's what's up. Wow. Okay.
You
Well, then, all right.
you
After.
slang bones at him.
Hey, I've looked it up on. I've looked up the videos. Yeah, that's some deadly shit if you know how to use it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Okay. You next, go, Professor. Same thing.
Uh, okay, so what do I do to protect myself? For one, I did I spoke of this in my 9 laws of self governance that I'm building on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
and protection is one, is number two, actually. And you know, when we say protect ourselves, right? What do we do to protect it's, I mean, the obvious is, you know, for confrontation. That's obvious. That's a gimme,
You're breaking
right?
up bad.
Am I boring?
Yeah,
How's this? Is
that's
this better?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the obvious is, you know, you protect yourself, you know, physically, you know, if you know, come up, you mentally and physically prepare for uh, some type of confrontation in the event that happens, right? But when I speak of protection, you know, because that's a gimme, what I just aforementioned. But protection is more than that. You know, protection is, uh, you know, taking care of those four regions that I aforementioned in my 9 laws of self-governance, and that's your emotional intelligence, your spiritual intelligence,
Yeah,
your mental intelligence, and your
Mm-hmm.
physical. See, you know, protection, we can't limit ourselves to just the physical protections, because
Mm-hmm.
when we go out that door, right, we have to be on guard on all four regions,
that's true.
right?
Yeah.
We have to protect ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially being a brother, right? Black
Mhm.
man, you are subject to so many things directly and indirectly.
Right.
You see,
Very true.
so when we speak of when we ask the question, well, how do I protect myself? Well, uh, before I go out the door, the gimme is the pray. You know, you know, you pray that you will make it back home
Uh-huh.
safely. That's a gimme, right?
Right.
But before I go out the door, I do some exercises, you know, some meditating, some
Mm-hmm.
some uh, some conscious uh,
Okay.
behavioral training. You
Mm-hmm.
know, this is part of protection. You
Uh-huh.
know, you uh, I uh, I take time. You know, because when you go out the door, now you're giving time to someone else. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yeah.
This is part
Yeah.
of protection. This is part of
Right.
protection. Protection means more than just, you know, because okay, let's, if we're to talk on a very basic level, uh, I, I, I I'm an instructor. So, I'm a professor in, martial art and health education. So I
Okay.
practice it.
Which branch?
I'm in Taekwondo.
Oh, okay. The Korean art. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Figured
Taekwondo.
that. Most
And
of the
you know,
yeah.
I've been in it for, in fact, I qualified for uh all the Olympic tryouts in 2000. Um
Oh wow.
I'm on
Oh,
that, I'm
we
on
got a
that level.
celebrity here. Got a celebrity here. All right. My
Yeah,
man.
I'm on that level. The only reason I didn't go was because I had to make a choice to either take care of my child or go. And at that time, I didn't have anyone to really care for my child. So I decided to take care of the child, which, you know, I don't
Okay.
want to hear anybody talk about you know, brothers don't take care of their kids, right? Because we
Right.
sacrifice.
A lot
You
of
know,
let me put this. A lot of us sacrifice.
we sacrifice, you know, and I did sacrifice. So, but I kept up my education. I kept up my training. You know, I have many students that I've trained and still train. Um, so I know weapons, have weapons. So that, if we're going to speak on that level, okay, yeah, I protect myself in that way. But protection means so much more, and we tend to limit it to just, oh yeah, I got this and I got that, and I know this and I know that. That we're so much more than that.
That's true.
So
yeah,
and people need to
There's
see
that
that.
mental protection. If I didn't have that, I'd be in trouble.
yeah. Before you continue, let's welcome my brother Michael. What's up, my LDBC brother?
What's
Make
up, my
yourself,
black African brother? What's happening?
It's
man.
good.
What's up, family, man?
Oh,
Man,
nothing
man,
much.
where's my doggone ribs, man?
Oh, I just got done cooking some right now. You know what I'm
Oh
saying, my brother?
man, yo,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ribs.
Oh yeah. Now, before we continue, me and Michael, you got to get. I'm gonna give you my secondary email. Me and Mike are gonna talk about boxing and stuff. So watch out for that, yo. We coming with that underrated low stuff too. So, but I want to put the question out there, Michael. Maybe you didn't care.
Okay.
I know you. Do you live by yourself?
Well, yeah, for right now, but because my old lady is in she go to school in Saginaw, so what I'm saying, yeah, I live on myself. I can
Okay,
crib
now,
and
all
stay
right,
her in the
great,
crib.
great, all right, great. I'm gonna put this question out to you. The same question I put the brothers out there, and after that, I do myself last. Despite what's going on here, how they killing us as black men for nothing. How do you protect yourself? How do you go about taking care of your business, knowing that you had the back of your head that anything could happen to you and stuff? How do you go about doing it?
I think the first thing that people should do is literally to put themselves in the right position.
Hmm.
The right position at all times. I really feel that if you're not willing to go all the way, then what you should do is just do whatever you need to do to live.
Hmm.
Another thing what I think people should do is invest in home security systems.
Hmm. That's a
Um,
good point.
as far as CCTV,
Hmm.
um, and also in their car too. So at the end of the day, even if they feel that they have done wrong and they comply, they can still go back. You know what I'm saying, and put the motherfuckers in their place. Because it's been too many of these guys in clown costumes going around over here acting like they Judge Dredd. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Not
Hmm.
necessarily having to, be the law and executioner on site, but basically dictate on how you should react and how they should react, and be like, oh, you got an attitude. Well, I could just take you downtown right now. You'd be like, oh, well, Mr. Officer, I'm sorry. He's like, well, it's too late, nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so people got to be like, real iffy about that, man. Like, if you can't protect yourself, and you don't want to go all that way, you know what I'm saying? Get you, a camera, and make sure you got that shit rolling all the time, and also help you when other motherfuckers hit you. The same thing with the house. But really, to tell you the truth, other than that, is is voting. Not for no damn president, but these district attorneys, um, these mayors, these governors, these councilors, these sheriffs, all these motherfuckers that's walking around you. That you see that at the end of the day, they don't have your best interest, and they're always trying to save their ass. You know what I'm saying? So what
Mhm.
I would say is the voting thing, and that'll go into the schools too, and that'll go into everything else. It's like you don't
Hmm.
gotta vote for no president, even though right now they're only telling you there's only two motherfuckers running, and one of them bigly sickly. You know, so
Hmm.
Oh, that's an understatement.
so yeah, that is an understatement. My bad.
Yo, you see, y'all gonna make me, y'all make me go outside and get a beer outside, man. I ain't gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
but for real though, like
You right, yeah, yeah,
if we really wanted to protect ourselves, is like I'm not saying we got to be one, but it's not going to take one of us. to protect one of us. You can't protect yourself by yourself in this day and age. Because at the end of the day, it's just like them rich niggas that get all that money, that get that nigga wake-up call and thinking that we're gonna come back and save them. Right? It's like it's gonna take all of us. We gotta vote these motherfuckers out. That's the reason why they training us that every time this election happens, at the end of the thing, it's only 2 people running. Always. This happened how many years? Is they always telling us the options that we have to vote for. They're not giving these other dudes opportunities to have debates on national TV like these 2 guys right now. They're not. They never will, because that's what they want them. They want us to pick between. But even if we pick between,
middle finger. I said, "Oh, you want to play the lesser 2 evils game with me? Okay, Trump's the lesser 2 evils. I'm voting for him."
Yeah. But even if we voted for
it, now let's not get it twisted. Yes, that's one evil son of a bitch. But if I have to pick between, you keep asking me to pick between 2 evils. Okay, I ain't picking your evil this time. Get over it.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people is like, even if you don't want to vote for no president, at least figure out what's going on. At least figure out what's going on in your city and your motherfucking state.
Right.
Figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because you could change shit up over there quicker than you could change shit nationally.
Exactly.
And that's the way I feel it. We always have that. Remember when Chuck D and all them guys, they always have that yearly Black Excellence Expo for niggas talking, but never come from it. Like no action comes from it. You know what I'm saying? So like the National Black Caucus or whatever they call it, what action comes from the National Black Caucus?
Oh, the Congressional Black Joke.
There you go. My bad. Yeah, that's right. That's
1971. Eating chicken dinners, ain't getting nothing done, or been over, get your knees dirty, get your mouth waxed. Can I go on? Am I right?
You want to hear something funny? The last, this might be true. The last nigga to do something for black folks was probably LeBron James.
Ouch. Refresh my memory.
Yeah.
The last nigga to do something for black folks was probably LeBron James, and niggas want to tell me about some goddamn what Trump did for black people. What Trump did for black people is basically on some Chicken George shit. Well, I'm the dude's like, I'm free right now. You know what I'm saying? Damn, boy, how you free? I bought my freedom. He's like, damn, that's what's up. And the dude, Chicken George, is like, well, today I'm gonna buy the missus this and that and the third. How you buy your freedom? I save my money because I'm not worried about buying my bitch no goddamn clothes and no other shit. I want my motherfucking freedom, nigga.
Actually, he did do something very good for black people.
Who?
He made
Who?
He made Betsy DeVos the head of the education secretary. Hear me out. There's a specific reason why I'm saying that. I know that woman don't give a shit about our children.
Oh, I'm gonna say, woo.
Because let's be honest. Some of us been sitting there like a deer in headlights. The past education secretaries didn't give a shit about our children. We sitting there deer in headlights because Democrats are up there. That woman got there. It's obviously clear she don't give a shit about our children. So if you're not about to still sit there and you notice black homeschooling went through the roof since she's been in there.
I know a black chick that's homeschooling 2 of her kids right now.
I don't blame her.
Well, I say for me,
that makes sense what he said. Yeah.
I say
that's the best thing he ever did for us. I was like, you know what? This you know what? Sometimes you gotta look at the bright side. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches.
Well, let me chime into this, and we gonna go on this conversation. Keep on going. I said for me, every day I do pray, and I do look around. I do look around anyway, but I'm trying to walk like within the crowd. You know what I mean? And trying to like make sure I know when I'm going, to make sure wherever it is, I be circling around and then say my prayer. Then if I do shopping, usually when I do food shopping, I always make sure I take the cab there, cab back. But also if I'm waiting for the cab, I make sure that I have the cart in front of me. So in case if they come after me, I can use the shopping cart, or I could do other things too. And I usually sometimes if it's nice I walk, but when I get on the bus, I make sure I be nearby the door. I don't want to be, and I make sure when I be nearby the door, I be make sure that I look both ways of the bus. So when I get off, I get off very carefully. And then I make sure that when I get off, I don't take just one way home. I make sure I take different ways. Sometimes I used to get off for stop like aftermath and walk back and take different ways. So to keep them guessing and stuff like that. But I do pray, and then when I put my key in the door, it's like a deep breath. See, before we continue this, because I want y'all to continue what you're talking about, because this is very important. But I want to get this out that why I say this, because not a lot of us as black men is not really talking about this, the psychological part about it, the stress part about it. Yes, we got to go on with our life and everything, and then the ones that have families and stuff. That we always talk about them, but the brothers, the ones that live by themselves, very suddenly we don't have those conversations, and these are the conversations that we better have. That's what I'm told. Like, I always preach about brotherhood. I always said that we need to stick together. That means we got to get to know each other. Like, you don't have to like the motherfucker. No, you don't. But at least we be cordial and protect each other and look out for each other. That is very important. Carry on of this conversation right now, please.
Well, as I was saying, um, the protection has a lot of weight to it. We cannot limit ourselves, especially being a black man, a brother. We're subject to too many things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to. It's a must.
Mm-hmm.
It is a necessity to have your regions be in touch with your regions before you go out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go, because look, when you go out that door, right? There's no
always match the description.
There's no guarantee you're gonna make it back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen. Birth is not guaranteed, but death is. Right? Death is guaranteed. So when you go out that door, right, you want to be as aware of yourself as possible. And that includes not only physically,
mm-hmm.
not only mentally, but spiritually, emotionally. You don't want to get out there, and I'm not the only one. Get out there in a situation and you say to yourself, okay, I'm calm, I'm gonna be all right. And then you end up in a situation where it has you emotionally in chaos. You pissed off because you know what I'm saying, we have to be in touch before we go out the door. So when we come back in the door, we can say to ourselves, "Oh, my protection is working. I'm gonna get better at this protection. I remain protected all day. What? I made it home. It's working. So being that it's working, I'm gonna keep fine tuning it, not just physically. That's a gimme. We're speaking mentally, spiritually, emotionally. These levels of these regions of intelligence are within us, and we have to continually work on them to remain protected.
Well, go. What I would say is that I'm not trying to. I am no way, shape, or form digging on what you got to say, but my whole thing is that when black folks is always when anybody says anything when it comes to voting, crime bills, stop and frisk, anything around here, the way we get pulled, what happens when we get pulled over, what I would, the way my mind think is that is all of us, that's in the same bucket. It's all of us. They put us here. We didn't put ourselves here. They put us in one big ass bucket, and they setting us up to fail by one another. So what I would say is that when we start saying prayer, which helps in some ways, then we start saying spiritually, then we start saying voting, then we start saying all these other things. It's so many things that we have to do all at once to better ourselves. But really, to tell you the truth, the spiritually and everything out there that is inherent in you in the Bible is something that we don't have to work on. The only thing that we should be having to work on as a black man and woman in America is ourselves and us.
Yeah,
ourselves and us. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that we cannot fucking fix is what they call us at the end of the day. It went from nigger to Negro to African American, and ain't no goddamn black motherfucker picked that shit. And then ain't no black motherfucker that even black people appointed to even call us that. They just did it themselves. Ain't no time in this country that we never had power to dictate laws, to dictate how much money we get paid. The only thing that we did right was to create WIC. That was the only thing these niggas let us do. Was WIC.
Okay. No. Whoa. Let me get this out. I know, Michael, you say you want people to ask questions. I don't want that to happen yet. I'm going to put that out first. But before you go on, go, Professor Ronald, let me ask this question because I don't want no more questions asked this until I say be ready because I want us to engage conversation. The question is, it says, when my brother's gonna show me something I don't know, I am surrounded by promise, and to me that's how you win in life and help immediate family.
I give him something like that. Okay, look at me, go Professor, AB, and Underrated, right? Right. We could go into a bar and not be on no bullshit talking about some lamb. We about to beat this nigga. We go in this bar, any nigga that step in my shoes, we gonna fight. We go into this bar, any nigga that's gonna butt me, we gonna fight. We ain't got no time for that. Especially when the person look just like us. The thing about it is, ain't too many black dudes out there that think like us. We not trying to fight nobody. if you ask us anything to where you could better yourselves, we would try to do everything we got for you. You know, if we ain't got to pull the shit out of our pocket, because obviously I'm speaking like I don't know you, but I'm going to give you some good advice for free, and not be like some people, and that's going to tell you, oh, the game is sold. The game is sold, not to be told. See what I'm saying? And you know, that's the problem with black folks is that we go out to have fun and be merry. We always want better for ourselves and stuff like that. But there's too many of us that get outnumbered by people that's on bullshit. Because they're gonna single us into that one little thing.
Okay, cool. Okay, go, Professor. Go ahead.
That's basically a nutshell. If you think about it, they don't want us to exceed. Think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna address both. I'm gonna address Michael and then I'm gonna address the other question. Well, the original question was, what do we do to protect ourselves when we go out the door?
Yes.
That's the original question. Now, I get what you're saying as far as voting and, you know, I get that. But the question is, what do we do when we go out the door to protect ourselves? And my position is that this is what I do. I work on those 4 regions before I go out the door to deal with things just as you've spoken of. I continuously train, work on those regions before I go out the door, and go out there with the strength to keep my focus and concentrate on making it back into the door. And so I can go back out and do it again.
Right.
So that's that part. I get what you're saying. So I'm not going to challenge you on that because I'm in agreement. Yeah, you know, there are politics that we need to work on. Yes, but the original question is, what do we do when we go out the door to protect ourselves? That's what I was focused on. Now, as far as the question, my question is when my brothers are going to show me something that I don't know. Now, I humbly say to that, if you know it, then why are you in this space? You know what I'm saying? Because if you know it all, why are you in this space? Why even put that question there? Because this space belongs to people who are building on something. It is to say that we can learn from each other. We don't have all the answers, but we can come together and build something. Come together as a collective. Oh, AB knows this. Michael knows this. Underrated knows that. Right. Oh, Gold Professor knows this. So what do we do? Come together and build on that. None of us comes in here like we have all the answers. So that question right there, you know, that question is not a humble question. You know, if you're gonna ask these type of questions, be humble with it and acknowledge that we are a collective looking to move. This space has people who are moving in a direction. That's what this space is for. It is not that you know, when we gonna show you because if we're you know it all then. You know, and I'm just going by what was written. Now,
Exactly.
the other part of that is surrounded by promise. Well, what is the promise? You know, what is the promise? You have to answer that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I'm gonna tell you what I do. What I do is that I always want to make it home. I don't give a fuck who in my motherfucking way. If I feel that I'm threatened, if I feel that I'm not gonna make it home, I'm laying the motherfucker down. That's how I do it. And what I'm saying is that everybody ain't gonna be on that same tip as me. So what I say is that you got to find other means to protect yourself, and that'll be with the camera. Because if you gone, at least you got that videotape to you know to give out there in the universe. But what I'm but you know ain't nothing much we can do, really. You know, we had Al Sharpton. You know, he we and you know what? Al Sharpton was probably like a good thing and a bad thing because
Shoe
at
shine
least
boy.
oh yeah, he's a yeah, he was. You know, spit shine. Uh but at the same time is like we look at everybody, all these other groups out there, they got this one lawyer out there riding, right? And that's what I think that we should do. You know what I'm saying? You know, outside of, you know, all these other entities and stuff like that, or what another entity that ain't never been heard of, because there's a lot of black organizations out there fighting for black rights and stuff like that. But the thing about it is they not getting no type of report. Black Lives Matter, that entity is the one that took over the forefront for all the stuff. But guess what? Ain't no lawyers involved. Ain't no lawyers out there that's willing to pick up this dude case, that this woman case, and this and the third to make sure things is going properly. The NRA got let's say for instance, you take a gun class. This is what we need to do. Take this in perspective. You take a gun class, right? Right? Usually that's going to happen with the white man, right? Right? For your CCW, right? Your concealed weapons permit, right? They're going to give you a NRA booklet. You pay this money, you get a lawyer. You follow these goddamn rules and shit like that. Anything happens, you call this motherfucker lawyer, right? The lawyer shows up and he handles your business and makes sure everything is going to court. And guess what? You have this one big entity to make sure they push that shit if it's that big. We got dudes that get killed in the motherfucking street by two vigilantes, overzealous vigilantes, and that shit gets swept under the rug until it hits the media. We got Breonna Taylor's case going on right now, and it's at the point to where they saying that they want to redo that shit. See what I'm saying? There's too many cases around here involving black people with misrepresentation. We're not represented. Nowhere, no shape, no form. So in order for us to protect ourselves, it's not just to protect ourselves out the door, but on our untimely demise, how are we protected as well? We're not.
I agree. And that is a conversation. You know, and you speaking on those levels, you know, that's where you're at with your conversation. And there's no disagreement with that. There's no disagreement. You know, there's no disagreement with AB saying, hey, he carry a knife or he want to get a slingshot. You know what I'm saying? You know, I agree with you. Cameras do. There's a place for cameras.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Say that again, AB.
There's nothing wrong with having a camera on you.
Yeah, there's I mean, these
Cell phone,
people.
but like you said, there's other cameras you use too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's ways to protect yourself, right? And when the question was posed to me, I gave my view on protection.
Right. Right.
'Cause I mean, there are things that are gimmies, but I tend to think on I'm somewhat more of a esoteric type brother. So I tend to speak that way. It's not a knock against anyone else. It's just uh the way I move through this world.
But I want to say this though, and everybody they make valid points. But you know what the sad thing about though this too, and I'm talking about the brotherhood this too. Y'all make valid points, but you know what happened? Then you got some black man say, listen, your point is wrong, AB Media. Your point is wrong. I mean, brother AB Media. Your point is wrong, brother Michael. Your point is wrong, Lord um Go Professor. Instead of understand that we could take what I'm gonna tell you what I get from that we could take each of your points to protect each other. There's no one way to protect each other as black men. We need to take, I say, damn it, let's take all that to protect yourselves. And also, I'm going to put this out there too. If you brothers, if you know that you're going shopping, if you know there's a black man that live by himself and everything, make sure have a schedule to pick that brother up, to take him where he is, and get out and make sure your travel groups and do shopping, hang out wherever it is. If
Mm-hmm.
you know that you in a house and y'all perhaps have about 3 or 4 brothers and y'all watching the game and stuff like that, and it's getting, one of the brothers had to get in the car. Maybe he's not drinking. No, you told that brother to stay there until in the morning time so he can leave. Or and then I have to say this because I know brothers gonna their feelings gonna get hurt. Sometimes you gotta follow that brother to make sure that he get home safe. Sometimes we might have to use more Uber and Lyft and leave our cars home. We got to think of safety. We got to think everything that co-professors say and AB Media say and my brother Michael saying all that is great. Let's embrace all that. Let's not say no, that is wrong. Even when I'm saying, let's not say, oh, that's wrong. No, let's embrace all that because at the end of the day, we need every little to protect ourselves. Especially, I'm not leaving the brothers that have their own families. I'm not leaving y'all out. It goes for y'all too. But what I right this minute, I want to concentrate the brothers that live by themselves like myself that when we travel, we are vulnerable. And that's how I want to be. That's what I want to be like the Escato 23. If you want to come up, feel free, brother. The link is in there. You can get into the action.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree that we need there's no military that has one type of weapon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got weapons. I mean, if you think about the samurai, right? The samurai operates with his hands. He operates with an extension of his hands, which is his sword, right? He operates on a mental state, his
Mm-hmm.
mental stamina and endurance to overcome. He operates on a spiritual level, and then he operates on an emotion level because he can't get out of pocket with his emotions because things would happen to him, right? This is how we have to move.
well, it's different with. I'm not gonna hit in that because I ain't I'm not gonna hit in that, but I'm gonna say this, man. There's more than one way to protect yourself, man, and stuff like that. You just got to figure out for yourself.
Right.
And a lot of people are quick to say, like JT said, that you wrong and this and the third, but the motherfuckers wouldn't bust a grape to say they motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? They were, a lot of these dudes are out here. They tuck their tail and run. You know what I'm saying? And or in worst case scenario, die on their knees. Begging. And that's why I tell a lot of people is that everybody can talk tough and stuff like that, man. But I can't tell everybody how they should do it. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. What can you do to make it home? You know what I'm saying? Whether or not
Yes, sir.
you got mental issues, whether or not you feel like firing off from the police with you jawing at the mouth with the cops, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's best to just let that motherfucker have his little win, and take your ass home. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We could take it down to George Floyd. There's so many countless people out there, trying to tell, what he should have did and what he shouldn't have done, in that situation. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this one thing. Man, I've been to Iraq twice. Been to a ship once. I'm telling y'all, at the end of the day, when you train for something and you go against the training, you was wrong, and your punk ass should go to jail. That's just point blank. That's just point blank. Period. Ain't nobody training nobody to put they knee on nobody's neck. That's not part of their training.
Counterfeit bill?
Huh?
Especially over a $20 counterfeit bill, really?
Yeah.
Alleged. Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Alleged. You probably didn't even know it was counterfeit.
We could keep breaking these things down left and right, but that brother in that situation, he needed help, and the only help he got was death. You know what I'm saying? And when you start breaking things down, and you start listening to things with an open fucking mind. We had a brother that was in jail in a restraint chair, receiving multiple blows from a correctional officer, getting choked out while in the restraint chair. And, only thing that dude got was paid leave. They said he got $100,000 for 1 year and paid leave. And then the next year, he got a severance pay of $6,000. So we have to understand, like, we gotta figure out this one thing, and is the one thing that's gonna protect us the quickest and the fastest, as if us black men got together instead of and like the NRA. Like, I don't give a fuck what you want to call it. No. You want to call it what's that one group called? No fucks what? No fucks given. Not fucking around. If you want to call it the not fucking around fund, and everybody give, $10 whatever to that fund, to where black folks actually get good representation when it comes to police brutality, when it comes to these police murders and these investigations and shit out here. Because put it like this: if that brother that got jumped by them goddamn overzealous police officers or whatever, if his family had a good lawyer, that shit would have been done with.
Just like that.
That shit would have been done with. If Breonna Taylor had a good lawyer, that shit wouldn't have been dismissed from the get-go. Them niggas, the cop that was fired, he was shooting from the goddamn street into the house. The cops, when they probably shot her, if you read what the team leader from the SWAT team said, it was 3 cops. It was It was 3 cops standing in one doorway shooting. 3 cops in one doorway shooting. Anybody knows at a tactical advantage that shit does not happen. They did that shit on purpose because they thought that it could go up in. Look, let me tell you another thing. Why the fuck are you going to run in somebody's house with a no-knock warrant, right? Because the boyfriend even said in the auto recording in the disposition that he did not fire first, right? So why would you run up in somebody's house, right? And we all talking about protecting ourselves because there's not only one way to protect ourselves, right? Why would you do a no-knock warrant for something that has nothing to do with a murder, a heinous crime, nothing that had to deal with people dying or lives at stake? In an apartment complex when you didn't evacuate the other occupants. And then after the fact, you have to go to the other fucking occupants' houses, knock on their door, look at their walls, ask them if they've been hit.
Yeah.
And then the SWAT team says, I don't know why they went up in there because they didn't have support. If anything would have happened, they didn't have our support to be there to help them out because our job is saving lives. Not just the cops, but he says saving lives. And he reiterated that that was the civilians and that was the cops as well. And they still ran up in there.
Yeah.
So how are we supposed to? There ain't no one way for us to protect ourselves in his black and brown society in the white man's world. You know what I'm saying? If we not willing to sit up over here and think like you gotta beat these guys at their own game, man. You gotta you can't play this game and think that you about to run your own shit and win this shit. They beg for our votes every fucking 4 years. They beg for our votes, and not one time have we told them that we not voting or that in order for us to vote we want this, nothing like this. We hear P. Diddy talking about rock the vote. We hear all these other guys talking about get out there and vote. Now we got the Rock out there vote. You know, with Biden and that floozy. So
nope, I won't do it.
They won't do it.
So it's kind of like, you know, we got to do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we got to get our own president in there, but we have to do more. Like I wouldn't mind. I would not mind giving, because I ain't got that money and I ain't got the power to even start this shit, right? But I wouldn't mind giving somebody 10, 20, because put it like this. You know how many black motherfuckers out there right now giving bitches money right now on fans only to shake their ass or to make that goddamn whack ass thing squirt or to sign up somebody's Patreon or to go up over there and give somebody something off of that the change.org and shit like that, but won't ever give nothing to no blackness. Won't ever donate something to better people that look just like you. But motherfuckers quick to goddamn give something to some porn and some bitches shaking their ass or some shit that ain't got nothing to do with our problems.
Yeah. So let me introduce myself. My brother CER. Introduce yourself to everybody, please.
All right, what's up, everybody? Salute to you, Underrated.
Thank you.
Salute to everybody who's already on the panel, everybody in the chat. The Sir Senior in the building. The real Sir Senior. Sometimes it's two different people who take my likeness in different chats. So I mean, I ain't know I was that popular, you know. I take it as a compliment. But I just appreciate everybody, you know, everything they're saying and they're bringing forward today. And brother, I want to interject on something you said. You said you don't have the money, you don't have the power to start it. It starts inside you, and then the little things you do, other people see it. And I don't have a bunch of money. I don't have like a bunch of notoriety, but I've studied a lot. So my wisdom and knowledge can help you. Your wisdom and knowledge can help me. And the things that we have to start with is what we can physically do. You can only change what you can change. Once you handle what you can do, then you can build upon that. So don't ever I was big on selling myself short because I wanted to do so much, but I felt like I could only do a little bit. But by a little bit, makes a difference in not just my life, but other people's life. Just you being up here tonight, empowering me, empowering the other people in this chat is helping us in our individual lives to be smarter and stronger and to work better together. And no matter how weak one finger is, when you put them all together, it can slap a punch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. I do have anybody that wants to donate is in the chat. The cash app is $capital JT 53000, or I have PayPal. That's JT Black, all in caps. JT Black 53. If anybody that wants to donate one of those or even super chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. So don't I could like old AB Media said, donate to the cause. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Donate to the cause. So I advise y'all to do that if you can. But now I'm going to switch it up in sports now. And anybody have watched the series with the Lakers and the Heat?
No, I didn't get to see that.
Not really.
Not really. Wow. Well, they up 2-0. And then some talk that the Lakers going to sweep them
Possibility.
by Tuesday. No. And so, well, okay, y'all didn't watch that. Okay. Matter of fact,
I ain't watched none of that.
You didn't watch none of that? Okay.
No.
Now you ain't watched none of that. Well, Michael, let's talk about sport. Anybody know boxing besides Michael and me?
Oh, I'm a boxing connoisseur.
All right, cool. There you go.
My favorite boxer is obviously Sugar Ray Robinson.
Oh, I was about to say, woo!
Oh, you go way back. You go way back. I got a few favors. I got a few favors. I got Archie Moore. I got man, good. I named mine a little later on. But Michael, want people to enlighten what's really going on in boxing. I know, but enlighten people in boxing late so we can talk on that, please.
Ain't nothing really going on right now for the far as the end of the year. We got rumors of one of the Charlo twins maybe having a fight with Canelo Alvarez. We got the Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz fight coming up. Also, other than that, we should be having a Daniel Dubois versus the what's his name, Joe Joyce, the Juggernaut or the Sloth, or what do you want to call him? There's a couple of fights going on, man. I can't name them all, but I like boxing a lot. I don't have favorite fighters. I just go in there to just. I'm really a matchup guy. As long as the matchup looks competitive, I'm entertained, and I don't give a fuck about what anybody else got to fucking say.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Right. So let's do it. So let's do it like this. So we're gonna stick to boxing. Let's talk about the significance of boxing. Let's talk about the protocols of boxing. Let's talk about the offense and the defense and the fundamentals about it and everything. Let's talk about why from back then and even now. Let's talk about that.
Hey, before we go on, I have to say my dude is Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So
hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, one of my favorite fighters that I don't think he don't get the credit he deserve is Thomas Hearns. Now people say why Thomas Hearns? Because to me Thomas Hearns had a better second half career than Sugar Ray Leonard. along the second half season, he unified on but just about 4 titles.
Yeah,
And
until he
his
ran
age
into
is very.
Marvelous Marlon Hagler.
No, I'm talking about after. No, I'm talking about after him. After
Okay.
him, after him, you got to think about it, he fought like another 10, 11 years, and he unified titles. So he
tell him the weight classes.
Hitman was for real. Hitman was for real.
That's welterweight, super welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, and almost cruiserweight. Am I right, Michael?
Did you say featherweight? Did you say featherweight?
No, he didn't say featherweight.
I said welterweight.
Okay.
So he moved up a ways. He didn't just stay at one. A lot of those guys back in the days, man, and when they was really good, they actually they moved up like 3-4 weight classes. And some of those guys actually moved up 3 or 4 weight classes and moved into heavyweight. That's another one. That's another thing too. Some of those guys moved from cruiserweight to heavyweight. Some of those guys they started at 147 and make their fucking way up. You know what I'm saying? Knocking motherfuckers out. But you gotta understand is that back in those days, motherfuckers didn't fight 2-3 times a year. I mean, Sugar Ray Robinson, if you go look at him, he was fighting like what? 5, sometimes 10 times in 1 month.
Yeah, he'll fight like every other week. It's like every other week. He will fight. One time he fought 4 days from another fight. Then he fought 5 days from that one. Then he fought 2 weeks from that. Like he went to 3 different countries and fought 3 different champions and beat all 3 of them in like a month or a couple months.
Now imagine you being the champion if you was Floyd Mayweather and you fight motherfuckers, you fighting 10, 20 times in 1 month.
Oh boy.
And Floyd want to talk about he did it better than Robinson and all these other guys and stuff like that. I don't think so. He had it made, He had it made.
Yeah.
Because back in those days, a lot of those guys were good. They just weren't good enough to beat him. But guess what? If you go back and watch the tapes, the motherfucker was getting licked.
Yeah, it was. And let me tell you one thing to another fighter that y'all need to recognize is the late great Sandy Sadler. He was a featherweight and also the super featherweight champion. Do you know, y'all, in 9 years he had 103 knockouts? In 9 years. 9 years he had 103 knockouts. You know why he retired? Because of an eye injury. If he would never had an eye injury, what telling how many knockouts is? The most knockouts in boxing is the late great Archie Moore. He had 141, 142, something like that. It's debatable, but there's people say he had 141. So think about it. In 9 years, Sandy Sadler knocked out 103 fighters. Now there's another fighter named Willie Pep. Now Willie Pep, they say he's one of the greatest fighters ever, way to box ever. Can move his feet. Now I can outslick you and stuff, punch you. He didn't have no punch or pop, but he was beating everybody. Sandy Sadler was the only one beat him twice.
There was a boxer out of New York that was blind in one eye. Nobody knew for a minute.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
And then remember, he was a janitor at Madison Square Garden for years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was. He was blind one eye. Yeah,
and he was whooping motherfuckers' ass.
Yeah, one eye. I think that was Griffin. His last name is Griffin, something like that.
I can't remember, man. I remember.
I know he fought Masquerade Garden a lot.
Man, one eye.
Hey,
one eye, yeah.
But isn't it a natural heavyweight versus one who's moved up in weight? What is the which one would be better?
Say it again.
Okay, you have natural heavyweight. versus one who's moved up to fight heavyweight? Which one would be better?
Man,
the natural heavyweight.
Yeah, he was. But remember, Evander Holyfield was undisputed at cruiserweight before he moved to heavyweight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was.
He's undisputed at cruiserweight before he moved to heavyweight. Then he went to heavyweight.
I know a little bit about boxing, but I'm not really big into it.
I can't remember. I think cruiserweight was the lightest that Evander came into boxing. I don't think so.
You mean in the pros?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He started cruiserweight.
Yeah. See, you got to understand too is that a lot of motherfuckers didn't like Evander Holyfield anyways. Like some of these black fighters, they just didn't give a damn. When you said marvelous, motherfuckers didn't like him because they didn't like him because that wasn't all. I don't even think that was his name at first. Motherfuckers gave him shit about his name, and they was even saying that shit on TV during the fight. They did not like him because he changed his name to Marvelous, and he had a hard time even trying to get fights for a minute. The same way Evander Holyfield had a hard time even getting fights at cruiserweight until he got the title, and then when he moved to heavyweight, he had a hard time even getting fights at heavyweight.
Hey, what happened?
Yo, who's that in the background?
Somebody got to take their ass to work. That's what it sounds like.
Oh.
Okay.
It ain't me. Somebody better take their ass to work.
Hello.
It ain't me.
It's not me.
If somebody got a TV or they phone next to the TV and they phone next to the computer.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute and won't let me mute.
Because remember back in the days they used to do that. You on the house phone, you get the other motherfucking signals and shit.
Oh man, bounced out. Okay.
I know y'all. I used to always love when that shit happened because I used to listen to people's conversations. I'm a nosy ass nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, but boxing, it's interesting now. Goldie, what's up?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we get you now.
Okay, I don't know what was happening.
Oh, we heard all that. Take your ass to work, shit.
What? Yeah.
Joking with you, not joking. Yeah, but boxing, like a lot of people want to compare UFC to boxing. It's not the same. Boxing, you got promoters in UFC and stuff like that, but you don't have all these belts. You don't have all these networks. So everybody fight under the same network, under the same umbrella. They can make all those fights. And boxing is different. These boxing promoters and these networks fucked up making a lot of these fights. You know what I'm saying? Because once you sign a contract that says you got to fight on this network for X amount of fights, then you can't. It's gonna be hard for you to make the big fights with other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why Bob Arum can fuck with Mayweather with that, because Mayweather was bringing in all the money. And then now look at Pacquiao. Pacquiao was contemplating fighting a YouTube fighter. I mean, a UFC fighter. You see what I'm saying? So when you start looking at the landscape of both of the sports, when people are saying, well, UFC is taking is bowing down to UFC for the Tank Davis fight, they ain't bowing down. The thing about it is that what people don't understand is that they can have it on the same night like they had before, UFC and boxing. But the whole thing about it is that if you want majority of your fans to watch that fight that night, then you're gonna have it on its own night, because A lot of these white guys around here are tuning into what? UFC. Ain't that many white people tuning into boxing like black folks for no $75 a pop.
That's true.
Nope, that's not. Yeah.
So what I try to tell a lot of people is when you look at UFC and boxing, you have to look at the demographics. The demographics is most of the hardcore boxing fans are black and brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And two, you get an anomaly of a white guy out there, then they come out here, they come out the woodwork mysteriously. You know, them great white hopes. They come out the woodwork mysteriously. Like you never seen them before, but now they here, right? And with UFC, it's mostly white people buying that shit.
Because mostly white people in it, and Dana White makes sure that it's white people. Dana White will make sure that any champion will fight. Well, they do that same thing in boxing, but especially in the UFC, Dana White will make sure any champion, especially if they're any good, will fight somebody else who's good. Like he made Indiana Sonda fight Anderson Silva because he knew that Anderson Silva losing to pretty much the younger version of himself, he would go ahead and quit.
Right.
So he knew that one way or the other, either I'm going to take the O from Anderson or I'm going to retire one of the greatest black champions or champions period of the UFC.
One-legged.
He does that stuff all the time. He just a racist. Like he was upset that Anderson beat his little puppet, his little fake Ricky Martin puppet.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
Sure did. He always do that to black fighters, though. He always like, oh, it was a piss poor performance, and this in the third. I mean, he knew now well Nate Diaz was in training and put him in the ring with Conor McGregor for the first fight. He knew. They set that fucking fight up knowing that Nate Diaz was not training.
Mm-hmm.
And Nate Diaz got on the mic and said in the press conference before the fight, man, I'm out here like a bum straight off the beach. I'm about to whoop his ass. And that's what happened. And then in the second fight, guess what Conor McGregor did? Got on his bicycle and ran. You know, he is. You know, some of them UFC fighters want to say, oh, I like Dana because he let fighters say this and say that. You got a president that won't denounce race KKK, but he'll denounce Antifa on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
They asked him to denounce the shit. He didn't say denounce the KKK. He said Antifa, the same group that don't like his bitch ass, right? And then you got all these dudes in the UFC coming out here with manga hats on, saying all kind of slick shit, calling other fighters niggas and shit like that behind closed doors and getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you had Kovalev, Sergio Kovalev. Oh, that boxer right now, he pled guilty to beating the bitch up in Big Bear Mountain. Yep. Yeah, that's right. That same sucker. He pled guilty, whooping the chick ass and kicking her goddamn dog, right? He pled guilty.
And don't forget about he pumped drugs in him too.
Oh,
he got busted on that too.
Don't forget he only got probation.
Yep.
He got probation for this. He just got convicted. He pled guilty Friday, this Friday, and they gave him nothing for. Look, the chick went to the hospital. She had a broken vertebrae and a fucked up jaw, and the dude and he only got probation, and you know for beating her ass.
Mm-hmm. And
guess what the thing was? It was 2 days in jail, but he already did 2 days in jail, so they just gave him probation and told him. And guess what? It's like if you think about it, all these white or European fighters in boxing, they always get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They always get the benefit of the doubt. Nobody talks about it. They have another fight. Kovalev going into the fight with Canelo, everybody knew about this, and nobody brought it up. Not Sports Center, not ESPN, not Showtime, not nobody, not DAZN, not his fans on YouTube that like to talk bad about black fighters. Nobody said nothing, and he pled guilty. Actually, he didn't plead guilty before the fight. He actually agreed to pay $650,000 and then reneged on it. And then in August of this year, they actually starting to grind his ways. But guess what? He's not even from here. He's from like Russia or something like that. So, and he's still fighting over here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even look, AB. You can't even leave the United States if you owe over $2,500 in child support.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even get a visa to another country if you owe over $2,500 in child support.
Which is why I don't have any kids.
Oh, my pull-out game strong too. I'm 35. I'm 34-0. I moonwalk out that motherfucker. Hell nah.
Yeah. That's
Anyway,
crazy.
I was just giving y'all a little piece about the bullshit with boxing, man. And it ain't boxing is totally. I'm just trying to tell people that boxing is totally different than UFC, and then boxing. It's just old fucked up conundrum, man. You know, as underrated about Bob Arum and Crawford and all these other fighters that signed.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like MMA, but I don't necessarily keep up with UFC.
Yeah, his UFC is mess, but I could tell you what. Well, if nobody, yeah, I think I would say this. Y'all look up for Bar Aaron. For Bar Aaron is a doggone racist for 50 years. He been scamming black boxers for a long, long time. Then you got Bud Crawford, could have opt out of his contract, but he still want to sign with them. But he fighting bums and stuff. But he still want to talk about Spence and stuff.
Now it's getting to the point to where Bud and Canelo is trying to jump ship. Now it's getting to that point because I'm pretty sure I sent you one of Bud's contracts. So in that legal lawsuit. So you know it's like this. You're supposed to be the biggest fighter in your division. This is before 147, I believe. You're supposed to be the biggest fighter in your division, but you're only getting $250,000. Right? So, and you're supposed to be the headliner, right? So what is your promoter getting? Because in your contract, it doesn't say that you get overage. It didn't say. It didn't say we get X. It didn't say X amount of people who tune in and watch your fight. How much money we get? It just said if you sell out, you get X. If your ticket sales sell out, you get X. He didn't talk about the TV because you're gonna get extra money on non-pay-per-view for people tuning in. That's what they failed. That's what people fail to tell these fighters. Free TV does not mean you fighting for free.
Yep.
Or a flat fee. It means that, like, if you're doing 2 million views on Fox on free TV, why are you getting $250,000? When the commercials. The commercial revenue, the commercials put in more than that.
That is true. That is true. So let me ask you each of y'all a question. What is your favorite sport? And tell us why.
Well, I don't hear nobody. I'm gonna tell you what mine is. My favorite sport. I play a lot of sports, but I play football. My favorite sport is football, but the only reason why I watch it on TV is just to watch the plays in my position. That's
Okay.
it.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I would have to say football. I don't. I just picked up this new Maximum Football game, but I can't deal with Madden anymore. They're doing too much.
Yeah. Well, tell us why.
Man, there's too much advertisement.
Oh, I got you.
It took like 30 minutes for me to get to a play now because they had so much advertisement. I'm like, get to
What? 30 minutes?
It felt like it like 20 or 30 minutes to get to a play
man.
get to advertisement. That wasn't even this year's game. That was last year's game.
So hold on. So now Madden is playing advertisements while you playing?
Yeah. They start you out with a game and it takes forever. It takes like 20 or 30 minutes just to get to the play now.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
No, I don't like that either. No,
because look, I play semi-pro football, man. When that play take too long, like when they take too long to set their goddamn ball, I get pissed. Like, what the fuck? You giving them a break? Huh?
They don't have the coin toss no more for some odd reason.
No, what?
Yeah, they don't have a coin toss no more. They just
man, that's crazy.
Just start you off.
Yep, can't create plays now. Can't create teams now.
I don't know what Madden you playing, but everybody else saying different.
That's because they stuck on Ultimate Team, the card trading game, where they pay real money to trade virtual cards that they have to rebuy every year.
Ouch.
Wow.
That's all Madden is now. They still have franchise mode, but it's barely anything.
Okay.
I have a question though about football though, right?
Okay.
I have a question. When Kaepernick left the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was still better than some of those quarterbacks in the league. Let's just say that,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
Right? So when Kaepernick was supposed to come back, when they had that whole private camp, right? Some people was up in arms. It's like, well, Kaepernick picked the cameras, and then the third, well, it's because he didn't want to get railroaded by the league's cameras, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did the league that year pick the quarterback that was coaching in high school to play in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all didn't know that?
I heard about it, but somebody could say it.
And then Shannon Sharp even said it on Shannon Sharp even said it, with that Skeletor Skip Bayless next to him. He even said it's like, I never understood how you can have a third string quarterback that never play a damn down in the NFL, and that happens all the time, get millions of dollars to be a third string quarterback. It's like you part of the good old boy club. And then we start looking at all these quarterbacks, that's third string quarterbacks that are white, getting paid millions of dollars not to play.
Yep. 20 million for 2 years, 30 million for 30. There's one guy paid 30 million for a year.
Just sit on the bench.
Sit on the bench.
Oh my God, I would have done that so easy. Oh man,
30,
you know what?
I forgot what team it was.
Every time the quarterback came through, I would have got up to make sure you had a warm seat. Instead of practicing football, I would have been practicing, making sure he all right.
And sometimes they find a way to put their quarterback in to take a few snaps to let them know, oh yeah, he earning his money. But they make sure that money they gave them is guaranteed.
And the blowout with 2 minutes left.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure.
You know what? I wish I had enough money to pay. There's two things I wish I had enough money to pay a PI for. I wish I had enough money to pay a PI to investigate the NFL with that. And then I wish I had enough money to investigate to give a PI to investigate like police forces.
Mm-hmm.
Just go around and watch this one cop with all these goddamn things on his jacket. With what's it, police brutality on his ass. Just go and watch him for a couple weeks and see what he do.
Oh yeah, we got to get brother CER. What's your favorite sport?
Cricket.
I would say y'all gonna think it's crazy, but I would say that my favorite sport will be gymnastics.
Okay, explain.
Okay.
All right. The
Explain.
reason why I say that is because even as with the males or the females, they're in way better shape than any other person in the sports field. If you take a gymnast and put them against anybody in any other sport and just teach them the basics, that gymnast is going to do way better than most people in that whole league. But if you take somebody in any other sport and try to make them do gymnastics stuff, they'll kill themselves.
Well, I can end that argument right now is because how many gymnastics join other sports where you can actually get paid well?
Everyone, amateurs get paid well.
No.
Now they do kind of pressure you with your age.
No, I said join other sports.
You said what?
Join other sports.
You said how many gymnasts does what?
Because you said, they're in very good shape, and I think majority of that is because they, they're
ready to go. I'll catch you later.
All right.
I would assume because they extra limber and they work on their muscle groups well, but ain't no gymnast going into the NFL, in NFL shape or college shape.
What gymnast wouldn't be able to play football?
No, I didn't say it wouldn't be able to play football. I said in shape.
What gymnast is not in football shape?
It's a difference with the gymnast. Now you got physical shape, yeah, but being able to actually play the sport, no. Because be honest, hold on, I'm driving. But basically,
What's up, Rashid?
What's going on, man? Y'all finally caught you live, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what gymnast that can go against a 300-pound guy and catch a pass, block a player in the league? You got to understand, for body type, yeah, they're gonna be the best shape there is. Just like wrestlers. Wrestlers, they're in the best shape there than any other sport than boxing. Like boxing and wrestling is in the same kind of category if you look at it with me, because their body has to be in so much shape to wrestle or box per round. Wrestling 2-minute rounds. Boxers, they have their session where they box in so many minutes of rounds. You gotta understand, you gotta be in top tip shape, same as a gymnast, in top tip shape. Football players, man, you got breathing periods. You got periods where people don't even come your way. They slouch on the blocking, all that. So the gymnast can't even fit in this category.
You're saying that the gymnast is in way better shape or way worse shape?
No, I'm saying they're in good shape. Don't get me wrong, but to compare them against any sport, they can physically do the sport, but they can't compete in the sport. That's the difference.
The only thing that you could even compare to say a position on the field is maybe like a blocker or somebody who's pretty much a wall. You want somebody who's just standing there and he's just a hunk of blob stopping, somebody. They're just a wall. But any part of any position where they actually have to move around, yeah, a gymnast is going to beat that.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. No matter like rugby players, right? They try to join the NFL, right? And even if they excel at the NFL, right? Even they would say, it's like, damn, the money is good, but I didn't know I was going to receive all these goddamn headaches, right? And then not only that is, just because you catch your pass, Andre Rison said it the most. He said the reason why he blew off all his money was because he wanted to have fun with his money. And the reason why he wanted to have fun with his money was because he was getting fucked up on that damn field. When you wake up in the morning off of a game, because I play defensive back, the first thing that's hurting is the bottom of my feet. The second thing I notice is my hips. The third thing I notice is my shoulders when I go to lift it. And that's all because I'm hitting motherfuckers. Just because you go to block somebody, right? It could be a nice form block and this and the third. You have to understand is that, you know, you using all your muscle groups when you blocking, and you know you might tweak a rotator cuff, you might tweak your elbow, you might tweak your one of your fingers. You know what I'm saying? Because your hands is open, you trying to block somebody and they moving. You might break a finger. You might have one jammed up or whatever the case may be. But you know it ain't the. I tell you one thing: the in the NFL when you go on and watch it, the smallest hits, the hits that you think don't hurt, probably the ones that hurt the most.
That's cool. Yeah, Rashid D. What's your favorite sport?
Man, mine of course is wrestling. You know, I did that in high school, and you know, was going to go to college for it, but wrestling is my big sport, man. Like
Okay.
that whole thing with people competing. Like I played football, high school, did track. You know, loved them sports, man. Basketball, but when I got into wrestling, man, it was that whole thing when you actually just it's more of a team sport and an individual together. So just like with football, the team has to win, but everybody has to play their individual position. Same thing with wrestling, man. And like I was saying earlier, you got pretty much 6 minutes to actually prove yourself to win a match. You got 3 rounds of 2 minutes to actually prove yourself. So I mean, it takes a lot of dedication. Those 6 minutes of wrestling, man, that I usually do, I would be 6 to 8 hours of just training just for those 6 minutes.
Mm.
I'm talking about it's real demand. I mean, Charles, me and him talk like my coach told me, he's like, man, wrestling, he said, that's a brotherhood. He said, I guarantee you, you can talk to guys that play football, but when you talk to somebody that wrestle, he's like, man, that endurance, that strength that you got to put in, that dedication to it, ain't nothing like it. I played football for all 4 years of high school, and it was nothing tougher than wrestling, man.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
even
that's
with boxing, getting into that, doing a little bit of that, man, still, I mean, tough.
well. My favorite sport is I play basketball. I play baseball and football. I could have done well at those, but I did that condition of playing basketball. And I love basketball because I love to think. I like the art. I like to okay, which angle what I could be, how I could shoot the jump shot, how I could take away that person's strength. What certain line I got to guard against. You know what I'm saying? And so that my thing was like I gotta learn to rebound well. I gotta play defense well. I gotta do any fundamentals that these were offensive defensive basketball. I have to like to be soundly well because you never know that a person could get hurt and you probably have to play in that position and you gotta know how to study defense and all like that. So
Let's hear your
basketball's
boy though, man. Sir, tell us, man, about gymnastics, man. Like, what kind of injuries? I know y'all got to do with ankle injuries and that motherfucker, man, because y'all do all them goddamn flips. You land the wrong way, man. It's a wrap. So, what's the complications and doing gymnastics that happens?
So the thing with gymnastics is like I used to do gymnastics when I was in elementary school. I haven't done it in a while, just being honest. But reason why I love the sport or watching the sport, a gymnast has to train every part of their body like a martial artist. And they understand that being in shape and flexible and being able to control your emotions is more important than just having a big vocal muscle. Anytime someone tries to get in real shape, like even with calisthenics, it's based off of gymnastic training. Um, so you have to look at those things, and it makes it so you're able to rebound back. Your body is able to bounce back a lot more than anything else. If you get an injury in even basketball, if you're not doing those rehab things, you can't bounce back. But a lot of those rehab things is normal exercises or stretches that you do getting ready for gymnastics.
Hold on for 1 second. Heidi, this is a man's talk. This is not on everything. This is man's talk. It's only man's on. Only man's on the
Hey,
panel.
but what she say? Them females be sexy?
I don't know what she said.
Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Romney. My bad, homie. What she say though?
She ain't saying nothing. She just got on the panel.
She could be here. Then no, bust her
N-
bubble.
No,
Sure.
no, this man's talk. Nah, we ain't playing that. There's a, you know what I'm saying, Rashi. We see a whole lot of stuff lately. Be some of these men's talk. They be letting a woman on. Nah, on this channel it ain't.
Yeah, man.
What they be saying?
Well,
Nah,
they kind of interrupt the whole flow of the thing. They'll come on and not saying that she gonna do it, but it's just that a lot of women ruin it on the space because they want to belittle men and talk down on men, you know. And we're not trying to say if she's gonna do it or not, but we don't got time to play the game to see if you are, you know.
exactly.
If, if it's a vibe that she likes and she want to express her feelings, she can actually do it in the chat. And, we'll read it off or,
Right.
talk about it. But other than that, her coming on trying to express her feelings, just like he said, this is channel. So if he said this is a man's space right now, he have days where he have women come on, then women can come on. But right now, if it's man space, it's man space.
No, I didn't know
This,
it was mad space tonight.
yes, it is. You didn't read that? Underrated man's talk.
Oh my bad, I just saw it now. I had the YouTube chat open and everything.
See?
But Romney the first, aka Barbados, he said the females be sexy. Yeah, they do. You know who else got it?
Automatic.
You
Because think
know,
about it,
some of them boxers too.
she's gonna have like every piece that you want. She's gonna be flexible. She's gonna be strong. She's gonna have thighs. She'll have a
Mm-hmm.
butt because she has to. Because that's the way you work is from your legs.
I don't know, but I've seen some boxing females. I'm like, I wish they was in Jet magazine back in the days, especially when I was in Iraq. Woo!
Yeah, Jacquel
Sure.
Thomas, if you want to get on, brother, feel free. That's my day one brother right there. But I want to say this because I'm a close. I don't know why this come up.
You say you about to close?
Yeah, I'm about to close, man. Yo, man, I did it, man.
No, man.
Yeah, I did a 2 hour. I did a 2 hour
Man,
joint
your ass
earlier.
ain't. Man, you leave when you don't leave out of here when we tell you can leave.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You don't know when you talk to me like that. Got my belt. Whoop your ass, man. Nah, nah, but I'm not. I'm gonna stop here a few minutes, but I would say this that before we go, because I do want to talk sports more to you. But like Rashid was saying that we see a lot of brothers. Oh yeah, Rashid, I want you to check out the live that I did last night. YouTube cult leaders and followers at part 8. It talks about cult leaders. You will love that. You will like that. I know you would like that. I want you to check that out.
All right,
But
I'm gonna get on it.
Hey, JT, when you do that shit, man, So I know a couple cats over there from Guyana, like in South America, right? Jim Jones shit, right?
Yeah.
Them niggas still won't drink no Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And I was like, why not? Because I was like, I didn't know. And now and they told me about the Kool-Aid with Jim Jones.
Yeah,
I was
back
like,
in '79.
yeah.
Yo, he was taking people from Cali. He was like brainwashing them
niggas.
And they went to Africa and they forced them to drink.
I know 5 dudes. One of them in his 20s, one of them in his 30s. The other dude is like in his 70s. They is not drinking no red Kool-Aid.
Nah, they ain't drinking. You know how many people died? Almost 1,000 people died in '79.
Yeah,
off that shit.
That's what he told me. It was like, why not? We was outside the for my buddy Leland's party. This is in Toledo, Ohio, and he came out. He's like, you fucking dirty scunt. We ain't drinking that shit. I was like, why not?
Right.
I was like, and he started telling me, I was like, oh shit. I thought this shit was just like, and then they told me the whole thing. They even like if you break it down, them niggas, Jim Jones tried to kill Bob Marley.
Yeah. That's how I heard too.
They even said it was like, yeah, he tried to kill him, but he missed his mark.
Yeah, he was just a devil, man. He was a devil, man. Yeah.
He had blacks, whites, Mexicans, everybody down there. And they had a documentary with the popsicles in the thing. Them dudes, man, this dude, I don't know how the fuck. You know with YouTube, like how it runs right now is YouTube. I can see motherfuckers doing shit like that. Like how back in the days with YouTube right now, because so many motherfuckers just follow people for no reason, man. Like just follow people and they just want to live vicariously through them or whatever the case may be. But they just weirdos, man, on YouTube. Yeah. And you go to somebody's comment section, and if you got something good to say or something like that, motherfuckers just own your ass and it's just nasty. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. I definitely know what you're talking about. Yeah, Rashid, tell them about are you part of the fourth quarter channel?
No, I ain't a part of the fourth quarter channel.
Oh, okay. Tell them about your channel, please, then.
About my channel?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my channel that I put on there is mainly just, self-awareness. I mostly talk about trucking and just, what I'm saying, just being yourself, man. Looking to you to be the best you're gonna be. I try to get a little inspiration for dudes. Like I was telling guys, like I tell guys on my channel, man. About driving trucks. I don't even have CDLs. I just have regular C license.
Hey Rashid,
I make an average. Yeah.
Hey Rashid, have you ever listened to that song while you was driving in your truck? Keep on trucking, baby. Gotta keep on.
The ancestor Eddie Hendrix.
I ain't never listened to that while I was driving, but I listened to it with a couple of guys when I used to drive with them.
All right, so go and finish and tell the brother about your channel, please.
Yeah, man. But mainly, like I say, with my channel, man, I just try to give guys more inspiration and tell them, there's other outlets out there than, just working in a warehouse, just being up under people. Because, like I tell most people, man, when I'm driving, shoot, I'm in solitude, dog. I'm by myself, time to think, reflect on things, situations at hand. Give you more time to understand, like, how to prepare yourself for certain things. Even with warehouse jobs, man, there's nothing wrong with that. Hell, I've been in that warehouse environment, but to me, with me driving, it feels like I'm my own boss. I ain't got nobody there over me for the whole 8 hours. Hey, you get this done, you get that done. As long as I make my stops on time, that's all they worried about.
So I have a question though, like, so you on the road, man, and shit like that, like, what would you say the cars on the road on these highways and shit like that, what would you say to somebody, to your kids, when you see a truck? What would you tell them to look out for and how they should drive?
The best thing is, guys, all these young kids always trying to cut a truck off. Don't want to let a truck over. I mean, the biggest thing is, if a truck put a signal on, let them over, man. To be honest, that's how a lot of accidents occur, because when they see a truck put their signal on, first thing they know, hell nah, man, I got to get past it. They try
Yeah,
to hit the gas, and that truck driver know he got to clear space. So it's one or two things gonna happen. Either he gonna get in front of you, or you gonna run into the ass end of the truck.
And
You
the truck
know,
ain't gonna move.
yeah.
yeah. What I could tell you one time, because I'm going to end this after this, and I want everybody, missing their channel and had their last remark. I remember one time we was on our way to Georgia. This is when I was living in New York at the time. And my father, he said, just remember, if that 18 wouldn't want to go, I stay right behind it. And I never forget it with this little sports car keep on weaving around. And all of a sudden he trying to cut. He said, if he cut through there and he tapped that car, he is dead. I never forget it. I seen it. That car trying to cut through, and you drive trucks, Rashid. When that shit go like 90 miles and 100 miles an hour and hard to stop, he tapped that doggone car. That car went up in the air, and I never forget. My father said, "All right, well, hold your seat. I gotta drive fast to get past it." And then when he went into the bush, it exploded. Boom! I said, damn. He said, that's your lesson. So you right, Rashid. If it what it is, just let it go. Please. And I never, and that happened in 77. I was 11. I never forget. I said, dang. Okay, CDR. About your channel, last remarks, please.
Yeah, I'm about to start putting some real content on my channel. I haven't been doing it for a while. I've been promoting other people's, and honestly, I was trying to get out of this out of a non-compete
Mm-hmm.
because I work digitally remotely right now, and
Damn.
I'm almost out of it. It's one little part I got to get out of, and I didn't want them to have any. I didn't want to have to promote them on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to have to promote them, the company, any of that stuff. I'd rather be free with no bed than have a bed in Massa House. So,
Got you.
but now I'm gonna start putting out some videos and going live and stuff like that. But I'm always promoting everybody else. And that's what I'm big on is us promoting each other and helping each other. Sometimes you ain't got money. Sometimes you don't know a lot of stuff, but you know how to drop a link or either in a conversation tell somebody, "Hey, well, here's a good live. My homeboy go live, or this sister she goes live and she was talking about some real stuff and can
Mm-hmm.
help this or help that." And that's what I'm big on. You can at least do something. You may not have the money, you may not have the knowledge, but what you do know or what you can do is promote somebody else who does have the money or does have the knowledge.
Got you. Okay. Um, Michael and then Rashid, and I want all y'all to stay right there. And then I make my last remarks, and I want us to close out together as brothers. All right, Michael.
What you want me to say?
That's all you want to say? Okay, we can go to Rashid. Go to Rashid. All right, brother Rashid. Last remarks, please, brother. And again, thanks for finally making it. And don't let it be your last time.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna make sure I jump on again a couple times. I know recently I've been noticing I gotta unsubscribe, resubscribe, then hit that bell again just to start getting notifications.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's you.
but
It's you too.
yeah, the algorithms and stuff. But yeah, man, I try to promote a lot of channels, man, and just you know, art got me into a lot of stuff to where I'm on positive vibes, man, getting guys together, just like the brother was saying before, you know, everybody getting together, filling out information. Just like I was telling a lot of guys, I had got in touch with Smooth and the guy Kane,
Mm-hmm.
and I talked to the guys from Atlanta. You know, we linked up. I'm like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you in the city, let's go ahead and link up. We linked up, we talked, and you know, the COVID hit, so we couldn't really hang out as much like that. And now that it's starting to open up a little bit, they kind of leery about it. But the whole thing, man, we've been chopping it up together, and we're gonna link up some more, try to get together and make some stuff happen. Cause that's why I be saying, man, like if we stay confined to this YouTube space, man, like the guys that's really on positive vibes and that's working together, we need to create a bigger space. Like that's like I
Mm-hmm.
be on Walt Diddy channel, man. Walt, you know,
Yeah.
the guy got a production thing going on. And you know, I told him, I said, I support. I said, man, you give me your movie, I'll buy it. I don't want it for free. I'll buy it, man. I said,
Yeah, I
because
try too.
brothers need more support. Brothers need more, like, you know, BGS and all the guys say, you know, we're always last on the pole, man. We got to all stick together, work with each other. You know,
But
we get the conflict. Let's work behind the scenes. Don't put it out there for everybody to, you know,
look,
kind of spill out and say, look, this is why brothers can't join together. You know,
okay, got
that's
you, got you. Okay, I would say this. This the underrated dog. This my channel's an underrated one. And I would say this, you actually right, Rashid. But this is the point is us as brothers, we gotta learn to work with the ones that get to know more too. We just cannot just work with the ones that we very comfortable. It's well and good, and I'm not saying that you right that you wrong. You are absolutely right. But we have to reach out to the ones that we don't know and build. That's the only way the brotherhood is going to be strong. We are sometimes we too in touch of each other that we already know. We gotta branch out. We have to branch out because hey, hey, I like the people over here too. So but we gotta support each other, and I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And so I want y'all in the chat. I want y'all to support Rashid D. I want you to support Michael Boxing. I want you to support my brother CDR, AB Media, and also Go Professor. I want y'all to go check them channels out. Make sure you lit up the bell. Make sure you support them and make sure you contribute wherever you can. Again, my cash app is $ JT 53000. And also, I do have a PayPal account. It's JT Black 53. If anybody that wants to donate, feel free. All right. And I might come back with an underrated afternoon talk. I started off last week, and that's definitely also going to be a panel discussion. And so if I do it, so I hope y'all see y'all then and everything. And I put it out there. Underrated Darks do have a channel. I do content. I gotta put it out there because people think I don't do content and stuff, but I do content. Y'all just gotta search for me. So on behalf of the brothers, the underrated music talk, thank you brothers for coming by and be safe out there. Oh, let me ask you a question. Anybody's traveling, I would stay on if you want to. Oh shoot, go professor. He said I have to bounce. Okay. He said you have to bounce. So any brothers that is traveling right now, let me know. I will stay on till y'all get safe to your destination or in the house. Or all you're okay. Let me know now.
yeah, I'm good, dog. I'm at work now, so I'm good.
Okay.
I'm be up from channel to channel night. I work night right now.
Oh, okay. That's what I do. Any brother or sister that is traveling, I take upon myself to wait till they get home safely or get safe to your destination. That's when I end it. So, so okay. So thank y'all. Until next time, have a good night. Travel safe. Travel in groups, and have a good night. And this one is goes. Peace, y'all.
Yay, yay.